Hi, my name is Jason Wishlow and I'm one of the avalanche forecasters here at Whitewater Ski Resort, and this is our Avalanche Conditions Report for backcountryskiingcanada.com. Currently we've been experiencing some cold temperatures and a stretch of high pressure, and we've got some layers of concern in the snowpack that have still been reacting, and it's been the layer that was formed on February 1st, some surface hoar and some surface hoar on solar aspects on sitting on a crust. Now this layer just 2 days ago on a southeast aspect had two remote triggered avalanches, one size 1.5 and one size 2. Both parties there was no involvement, but shows the reactivity of this layer, especially that surface hoar on a crust. We're coming out of a period of, during the storm, we had just this last week 25 to 30 centimeters in start zones, and that settled into a slab, and we had quite a large avalanche cycle. We had avalanches noted in our drainage to size 2.5, and then the cold came in and it really tightened up the upper snowpack. Even though it's tightened up the upper snowpack, that slab is still evident in a lot of wind-loaded features, and it gets a little bit tricky to know where the slab is and where it might react, so you still have to use extra caution. Even though we're calling the hazard currently moderate and Avalanche Canada is calling it moderate, you still can trigger those slides as evidenced by what we saw out on Evening Ridge, and those were again remote triggered avalanches from 5 to 10 meters away, and when that happens it just shows that that surface hoar is there, and it's really quite reactive. So the cold temperatures we're experiencing now, we're supposed to get a little blip of snow, maybe low density snow that's not going to affect the load on those lower layers too much, but it's going to bury, and it already has buried. We had a centimeter of dusting covering a more recent surface hoar layer, so we might get another 5 to 10 centimeters on top of that. Our most recent surface hoar, we'll be dealing with an upper surface hoar layer from February the 6th, the February 1st surface hoar, and that overlies maybe a few centimeters below a freezing rain crust, which is going to act like a significant bed surface as well once it gets more of a load on top of it. So this recent storm could be another 5 to 10 centimeters again, and then back to cold, clear conditions. Cold, clear conditions, short term, can tighten up the upper snowpack a little bit, hold things together, but in the long term starts to facet out some layers around crusts and create more weakness. So when you get heavier dense snow on top of that, it's going to be layers of concern that are going to watch all within about a 20 to 30 centimeter span on the snow, or within the snowpack, sorry, where it could be really quite easy to trigger once we get more of a load. And currently still could be possible to trigger avalanches if you hit the right wind loaded feature with slab on top of these surface hoar layers that are present. So we have some special events a couple weeks from now, the 22nd through the 24th of February, our Cold Smoke Powder Festival, and hopefully the cold leaves us alone and we do get some cold smoke beforehand, cover up and create some excellent skiing conditions. So thanks very much, and ski safe out there, and enjoy the rest of the week.